9, 10.
This is the time of the year where teens and families are looking into colleges.
They're
Well, I
looking-
forgot, but
They're
I
looking,
guess it is.
Right,
It's
they're
been
looking
so
into
long.
their options after high school. The application process can feel overwhelming sometimes, which is why we brought in some college admissions experts to help you, and by you, they mean me, prepare. Shireen
Literally.
Herndon Brown and Timothy Fields are co-authors of the Black Family's Guide to College Admissions. They know a thing or two about getting students into college. Gentlemen, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
In full transparency,
Madi did this for herself.
Mr. Herndon Brown and I have known each other since how long?
1989.
We've known each other since we're 13.
well.
And look, and Timothy, I feel your pain when he drives you crazy.
Quality time together.
This is my Yippic D1 swimmer, College of Charleston.
Oh, okay, South Carolina represent.
Yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
so first and foremost, is college for everybody?
No, it's not. It's not. I think one of the first things we say in the book that, college is not for everybody. Obviously, we think college is a great stepping stone, presents a lot of great opportunities to, to have wealth and, success in life, but that's not the only path. And that's something that we truly want to acknowledge. The people should go to college that actually want to go to college, have that experience.
Right.
Fair enough. I love that perspective. Wish that would have been not. Who knows what would have happened, but I
Right.
would have liked to have heard that.
Right. Right.
However many decades ago. But let's start. If say you decide college is for you, let's start with some basic deadlines. What do we need to know?
So right now, given that it's college application season,
Yes.
there can be deadlines as early as October 15th,
Okay.
November 1st. Rolling applications, the sooner you apply, the sooner you can hear. November 15th, January 1st. So it's an ongoing process
Wow.
that depends on the school, your alma mater. For early action, the College of Charleston
That's right.
is November 1st, where
I love
wanna
how
go
that's
back?
that. Jeez.
our alma mater,
Wesleyan?
Wesleyan University for early decision.
Oh, I'm sorry.
is
Where did you
November-
go to school?
Wesleyan
Oh,
University.
sorry. Okay.
Did
We
you go
have-
to Wesleyan?
We have a ticker, yes. Wesleyan
There you
University.
go. There you go.
I think that was three
so
mentions.
The deadlines are coming up. Can either of you talk about why is it so? I'm in the, and you all know
You're
I
in the
share this
throes
every day.
of
I'm in
it,
the
yeah.
throes of it.
Senior. Your son's a
Why
senior.
is it so stressful for us? Do we bring this stress upon ourselves? How can we lessen the pressure?
Yeah, so what I would say is, some of it is self-inflicted,
Thank you.
stress that, we bring on ourselves. And I think part of that is because there are 4,000 colleges and universities throughout the country.
Oh.
2,000 offer bachelor's degrees. But a lot of attention is focused on a very,
Unlike
very...
7.
Yeah, 7. Yeah, I was going to say 15.
Okay.
But yeah, 7. And we can name those 7 names that, are within a stone's throw of here,
Sure.
or,
Yeah.
or a quick car ride or something to that nature. But, the thing is, those schools have admit rates of 5, 10%. Most people aren't getting in.
Yeah.
And so when you put yourself in those applicant pools, you're sitting there wondering, am I going to get in? And the reality is that there's so many other great colleges and universities out there that
you.
good students can apply to.
That's
So
right.
we encourage, families to expand the list
Absolutely.
beyond those 7
That's right.
to really, think about, various things and what they need in this process.
Okay. All right. So some of it is self-imposed.
A lot of it is self.
You see how he does me dirty? Okay.
It's the way we love on each other.
That's right.
Well, since you were 13, 1989, he said. I was
thank
trying
you.
to do the math, but I know how much you are. So
I hate you.
let's say that your kid is in high school, but not a junior or senior. So what are we doing now, I guess,
Yes.
to start preparing?
I love when Tim says it, starting early. What does that mean when we say that, but you really elaborate on that?
Yeah, I mean, starting early, obviously we don't want to hit the panic button that you need
Right.
to start preparing for college in 3rd or 4th grade.
Or in utero. I know some people who are pregnant
Well,
and
that's
are
the
like,
thing.
well, when my child goes to...
Is there like a, I'm sure you're going to get into this, but some people do it too early, and I guess that's adding to that your self-inflicted stress thing. So please,
100%.
please, please.
Yeah, but I mean, the process, depending upon what your aspirations are. So if you do have aspirations to go to an Ivy League or a highly selective institution, more than likely the classes that you need to take are you need to be start preparing in 7th, 8th grade. So then when you get to high school, are you, on track to take those higher level courses, get to calculus, if those are the things that you want to do. However, if in going into this conversation that hey, we're going to be open about college, we don't even know college is a thing, then you can take a different path.
Take a different path.
Yeah, but I think that conversation has to happen earlier than later, so you can have some good options.
I have a support group of other moms who are going through the same thing, Tracy. And we were saying, since our children were freshmen
Yeah.
in high school, we've said, hey, by the way, this is going to end up on your transcript. Hey, by the way, this is going to end up on your transcript.
100%.
100%. Speak to that, please.
So students need to know that nothing is more important than their transcript. The grades over
Say it
a
again.
course
Say
of
it
time.
again. Say it
One
again.
more time?
One more
Yes.
time. One more time. One more time.
Grades are the most important piece of the college application process because that's an extended period of time. Freshman year, sophomore year, junior year, senior
Okay.
year. So what you can control, taking appropriate classes
Yes.
is very, very important. We
Appropriate.
don't want people to overextend themselves, to try to bite off more than they can chew. So if they get good grades the best they can,
Yeah.
they're going to have plenty of options.
Do APs really count more?
100% colleges that are selective
course.
oftentimes want to
Depends.
see
Okay.
the rigor of a curriculum.
When schools say we are test optional, are they lying to me? I mean, to us.
No, they are not lying to you. I
Okay.
mean, what schools are really saying is if you have tests, you want to submit them.
You can.
You can. If you don't, it's
It's
not.
okay.
It's not going to count against you at all.
Are you raising your hand
yes,
like you're in class?
Are colleges and universities taking into account the COVID year and the fact that some students' grades may have plummeted or drifted off?
Absolutely, and on top of taking in consideration the
Sorry,
right.
Yipik.
You're right. You know, like a pop
Mother of a
emotional
senior,
support
mother
dog
of a
here.
senior.
sir.
Hey, get them all in. Get them all in. So absolutely, we're taking in consideration, what happened during those times of COVID, but we're also taking consideration that they had limited opportunities as far as
Correct.
extracurricular activities
True.
as well.
Because I know that's especially some of the selective
Yes.
universities you're saying. They're looking, they're like, yeah, okay, well, the UAP takers,
Right.
4.0ers are a dime a dozen. What were the extracurriculars? And they're like in
Correct.
85 million clubs, but there wasn't ample opportunity for that. But real quickly, I want to get into this as well because a lot of students may also consider HBCUs.
Yes.
So please,
Except for Deion Sanders. Ouch.
Taking a dig at pride.
I'm sorry if you know, you know.
I mean, what pride is in your cup right now?
Sorry.
So yes, so I'm a graduate of Morehouse College, very proud graduate. I had to
Look at
represent
that.
There you go,
right,
there you
right
go.
here, right
Thank
here.
you, the
But
varsity
I mean, there
sweater.
are over 100 HBCUs throughout the country, and throughout the history of this country for the past 200 years, historically Black colleges and universities have served as an access point for not only Black students but other underrepresented groups in higher education. And so we really want to make sure that families are taking in consideration those institutions as they're thinking about college options. And just one thing that a lot of my colleagues that work at HBCUs want to highlight, that HBCUs are not just for Black students. That any student can go to
This
HBCUs.
is news to me. Thank you for letting me know.
Sorry, I didn't
No,
know.
Well, I
you
know
know.
I'm well past my prime of going to college, but
You could always go back.
true.
Although
That's
I
true.
hear it's very hard to get into the College of Charleston now, but you have until November 1st to apply.
For early action. Yes, you do.
Yes.
Real quick to wrap things up. Right now, at least the messaging we're getting is students should be focusing on writing the essay.
Yes.
What are some topics that you recommend students write about that will
Oh,
really
that
like?
essay.
Because there's
Oh,
a
that
team of
essay.
admissions officers
That's
saying,
right.
Yeah, Shireen, what should they write about?
Essays are critical. The bottom line is that because there's test optional and because of the recent Supreme Court decision on ending race and consideration for admission, nothing is more important than documenting your lived experiences. We want kids to highlight what they've been through like a snowflake. Every person is different.
Amen.
So what are some of the topics? We prefer that you not write about trauma per se, but really highlight who you are as a person, who you're becoming. So the personal essays about who you are versus some of the supplemental essays I know your son's working on are about how you think. So topics can be everything about your cultural differences, your travel to go see family, things that you've learned in your environment. There's an opportunity to write about the COVID, how COVID may have affected you in your transcript. So essays are a brainstorming exercise that will allow you to really delve into who you are, be introspective, and then reveal that in an essay.
we should write college essays just
I was
for
just thinking when he was. I
Just
don't
for
even
fun.
remember what I wrote. I
don't
know I
Swimming,
wrote.
you didn't write about swimming?
kick, kick,
no.
pull, kick,
I wrote
kick,
kick, pull, submit.
We're getting the
Shareem and Timothy, this has
Thank
been
you.
enlightening, fun,
Yes,
everything that we
and
hear about on this show.
I know our viewers found a lot of pearls
Useful.
of wisdom
Thank you.
in everything
Thank
said.
you, thank you,
so
thank you.
much.
We appreciate you for having us.
Absolutely.
Anytime.
Oh,
Come
don't
on
forget the book, The Black Family's
Hello.
Guide to College Admissions. I would say anyone's guide to
Marty,
college admissions.
you can take both copies, okay?
Thank you. I think I already have one. I know someone who wrote it. Still
You know a guy.
You know people.